Kasiak back again with another video. I'm going to just basically go through what I'm going to do today. A bit of a vlog, I guess. I have to go shopping today, so I will do that. I'm actually still on a vegan diet at the moment. Last week I wasn't, but this week I am. I'm not quite yet comfortable walking through a shopping centre with a camera, so I'll do a whole video type thing afterwards. And I also have to go to the post office and pick up my first order of a vegan protein powder. So that should be good. I'm interested to see. It's a pea and rice protein blend. I'll see. It'll be interesting to see if I'm allergic to it because it's made from yellow split peas and I'm not entirely 100% sure if I'm allergic to those, because I know that I have issues with lentils and red kidney beans, so not sure. We'll see. I hope I'm not, because otherwise that is a waste of $100, because that's how much I spent in total across I got a few different ones. So I got this blend from, I think it's Bulk Nutrients in Australia, and I got 3 other ones from iHerb. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you at the next update. So it's 8 o'clock. The shop's open at 8:30. I only live 5 minutes away. I like to get to the shops early, otherwise there's too many people, and I don't like people. So I'll do that. Sorry about the camera angle. I should probably set something up properly in my car. Always bring a shopping list with me, because otherwise I forget things, and it gives me less reason to buy things that aren't on the list, in terms of saving money as well. It's a good tip to take a shopping list, because otherwise you end up with other stuff. With the strict elimination diet, it's not too bad because you can only eat basically 3 things anyway. So I used to just buy chicken and green beans, and that was it. And it was cheap. It's like $30 a week for 3 kilos of chicken and 4 kilos of green beans, frozen ones, because who could be bothered actually preparing stuff. But I need a little bit more variety because my gut isn't exactly the healthiest and doesn't have as many bacteria as it should. So I'm trying to get a little bit more variety and have a little bit of those weird things like choco, and if I wasn't allergic to potato, swede, and all those fun things, millet. Except I think that, I don't know, I'm so confused. Anyway, and you know what? After all that, I forgot zucchini, but I'm not going back. And that only took me half an hour. And the reason why I forgot the zucchini was because I was on autopilot. Because I usually don't get zucchini because that's moderate salicylate food. I've run out of it. I need to put a bit more because I'm liberalizing and have a bit of the variety, so I'm not having the same moderate salicylate every single day. Alright, so I'm back from shopping. It's now 9:30. That only took me about an hour to pretty much unpack everything and whatever. That shop cost me $57, and I will show you. So pretty much I've got 4 kilos of frozen green beans. I've got 1 kilo of Brussels sprouts. That will probably actually last me 2 weeks. I've got Chinese cabbage and red cabbage. These are I think they're high FODMAPs. So if you are on a FODMAP diet, you're probably best not to get cabbage or Brussels sprouts even. Even I think green beans are high FODMAP. High fructose at least as well. But I like to combine these two gives it a little bit of a different flavor and fills it out a little bit more, and also low calories. I've got enough choco to last me probably 2.5 weeks. Yeah, they're a bit of a weird fruit, but it's not sweet, if you know what I mean. It grows on a vine, so therefore, is it a fruit if it grows on a vine? I don't even know. But yeah, choco is good to kind of fill out. It's pretty bland. You can roast it. You can do all sorts of things with it, really. But I just the card limit at the shop is $10, so choco's at $10 a kilo. So I buy enough of that to get me over that. In fact, it was 2.5 kilos. So that will definitely last me a couple of weeks. And Peckham pears. Now, when I'm picking the pears, these pears are actually massive. I try and pick at least 2 that are almost ripe. I don't think I was quite lucky this time, but I do have some other ones that are almost ripe in here, so it's fine. The less ripe the pear is, the more salicylates it's going to have, and the more salicylates it has is bad for us on a strict elimination diet. So pretty much I want these to ripen by the end of the week. I'll be having these firmer ones towards the end of the week. I'll put it in the fruit bowl so that they do ripen, and I believe a banana can sometimes help ripen it. So if you're doing an amine liberalization, you could get a banana as well, and that'll help. I've got 500 grams of natural cashews, which should last me about 60 grams a day for a week. But now that I've got this protein, I might substitute some of the cashews for this, since this is going to be higher in protein, lower in calories. It's, I think, 100, actually might be about the same in calories, but more protein. I've got 3 things of cannellini beans, which these are lower in calories than the chickpeas. So I've been doing these for lunch. I should probably swap it around, actually. I should probably have these for lunch, these for dinner, lower in carbohydrates. Yeah, and chickpeas. So I do about 100 grams a day of these, but as I've got this now, I'll probably replace some of the chickpeas with that, just to keep my calorie count down, because it is the last week of the 8-week challenge at the gym, so I want to try and stay as lean as possible, even on this vegan diet, which is pretty hard to do. Last week when I had to cut some weight for my wrestling comp, I was eating chicken at night because it's more lean and less carbs, and I was able to drop up to the correct weight for my wean. So that is what $50 looks like, or almost $60. The choco will last me 2 weeks, but that's basically a week's amount of food. Oh, and I also have these chickpea snacks. They should have one of these a day, but I bought those last week, so yeah, that's it. I guess I'll show my meal prep tomorrow when I do that, and tomorrow I'm actually going to a cherry blossom festival thing my friends invited me to, so we'll see how that goes, and I probably will put some footage of that up. But week on vegan, and I will give this protein a test taste and let you know how it is. Okay, that just made a mess. Okay, so typical serving size, it's 1 flat scoop. It smells like rice and chickpeas. Hint of vanilla scent. The only thing I'm worried about is with the vanilla flavoring. Like I kind of wanted one without flavor so that I can mix it with things. I think I'm worried about the flavor, the vanilla flavor, is that it might not actually go too well with some things. So in terms of the ingredients, I don't know if that's in focus, probably not. So GMO-free pea protein, organic brown rice protein, natural flavoring, stevia, xanthan gum, and I don't have the cocoa one, so there's no cocoa. The website said that they produced it in separate facilities with their whey products, but sometimes there can still be cross-contamination. So in terms of allergies, people with anaphylaxis probably shouldn't have this. I'm not anaphylactic, but I am allergic, so it still probably isn't very good for me if there is traces of milk or whey in this, but I'm gonna try it and see how we go. It's gone all frothy. Alright, here goes. It doesn't actually taste too bad. It tastes like how I remember the shakes that I used to make in high school taste, like the pea protein. It's fairly bland. It's not bad. We'll see if I react. I hope I don't, because I'm kind of relying on this. And I can't have any, like rice milk seems to, whatever else they're putting in rice milk, it causes my throat to close up, so I can only really mix this with water. Can't have juice. Could probably mix it with some blended pear, but in terms of other flavors, don't really have much of a choice. And obviously for strict elimination diet, you can't have almond milk or any kind of nut milks. So rice milk is pretty much your only option. You can't have coconut milk. Yeah, so rice milk or water is basically your only options on a strict elimination diet. If you have a pea allergy, you probably would just want to get a rice protein, which is interesting that they have a rice protein now. That's pretty good. Yeah, but if you have a pea allergy, you won't be able to have even chickpeas, I think. I already had breakfast this morning as well. I had my usual rice bran and cashew mix thing, but it's not very filling, I find. So this should have 23.8 grams of protein and 0.5 grams of carbohydrate, 0.4 sugar, 0.3 fiber, and 24 grams of sodium. Fats, 2.2 grams. So pretty good. That should be filling. Not bad. So that's from Bulk Nutrients. They have other flavors. They have chocolate, salted caramel, and coffee. But obviously, strict elimination diet, not going to be able to have those. But for those who maybe aren't dieting, for a better term of the word, so if you're on a strict elimination diet and you have a chocolate craving, and you're not worried about sugar intake or carbohydrate intake, you could probably you can have carob powder. So to me, it pretty much tastes exactly the same as cocoa. If you have plain cocoa, it tastes exactly the same to me anyway. Gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, lactose-free, soy-free, wheat-free, vegan, I'm not sure if it's packed in the same... I'm not sure if there is chance of cross-contamination, but it's carbohydrate total per serve. Mind you, the serving size is 50 grams on this. 24.6 grams of carbohydrate and 20.3 grams of sugar. I'm pretty sure that is just natural sugar because the ingredients here is just organic carob. I think naturally it's just pretty sweet. But yeah, carob. Carob is your alternative. It is a caffeine. It's also caffeine free. So for those who are sensitive to caffeine. So if I were to want this in chocolate, I would just use some of this with that because I can't have the cocoa. Now it's time to play some RuneScape with my 3 monitors. I'm so pleased with that new monitor setup. The third screen is something weird is happening with it, but I bought some adapters to try and sort it out. But I need to put more storage in my computer because I've got so much video footage that it's clogged up my 3 terabytes. So I need to put more hard drive space in there. I might actually do that now before I play RuneScape. I'll do that. This is not so much fitness and stuff, but I guess this is just like a daily vlog type thing, vlog channel. I don't know what this is yet, but I feel like I need to get some more awareness around EOE, strict elimination diet. People need tips. Like, it's a really hard diet to be on, and particularly with the vegan element as well is making it interesting, I suppose, because I already have a lot of restrictions, but it's just one less thing I can have. I am getting a little bit phlegmy, but I mean, that's pretty standard for anything I eat these days. But I'm not getting any stabbing chest pains or tightness in the throat, just... Sorry, but this is life with EOE. Basically, constantly coughing up stuff. Probably means I need to use some Beckinase nasal spray and clear out my sinuses or something. Ooh, look at all that dust. Ooh. So I'm probably gonna have to try and chuck in a couple more hard drives in here. I don't know how that's gonna work. This is the other side. And there's a lot of dust that I need to clean out. It's all the fine dust. Okay, so what is it now? It's 10:30. It's been like half an hour since I had that shake, and now I'm getting a little bit of chest pain. I'm not sure where that's from. Just a little bit of uncomfortableness. This is the annoying thing about EOE and the allergies and intolerances. You don't know what exactly it is that is causing. It could have been the cashews that I had this morning in combination with that just now, and yeah, it's a bit weird that it took so long to actually happen. So the best thing to do when you have done something new to your computer is to basically run it before you put everything back together. Just run it, make sure that it works. I just checked the partitions and the drive's showing up, so I can now put my computer back together. Got a 1 terabyte, which is not going to be enough. I probably need to buy another 3 terabyte or more hard drive to go in my computer, but I have 2 1 terabyte hard drives laying around, so I may as well just put one in there. there's not enough space for another one. I can fit another solid state, but those are expensive. And I don't really want to pay a lot of money for a lot of space, so I might have to start working with external hard drives as well, although I don't really want to do that. What a little beauty. So now I've got dedicated video and my 3 monitors. I love it. So I feel really nauseous at the moment. I'm not exactly sure why. It's 12 o'clock, so I might just be hungry, but I'm not sure if it was the protein powder. I feel really nauseous. So I'm gonna eat and see if that helps. And what I'm going to eat: cannellini beans, choco, green beans, cabbage. Basically everything that you saw me buy. This is a spare lunch from last week. I don't feel so great right now. It's frustrating not knowing why. So I'm feeling a bit better after eating some proper food, which is good. So I'm not quite sure why I got that nausea, but I'm gonna try again. But I'm gonna have some solids as well. So I've got some cashews here and some chickpeas. I might have that as well as a shake and see if that helps. Because sometimes my stomach can be a bit weird with certain foods in there straight away. With the chest pain, I'm not entirely sure. Could be the pea protein itself, it could be stevia, it could be the xanthan gum, it could be the brown rice protein because they ferment it or something and then extract the protein out of it. So it could very well be that. So I'm gonna try this and have a full meal and see how that goes. So I had that protein shake with a bit of the cashews and the chickpeas, and I don't feel nauseous. It was a couple of hours ago now, and I don't feel nauseous, so I think that must have just been hunger, or the fact that maybe it was on an empty stomach that it wasn't as good for me, personally. Just a personal thing, probably. Stranger things have happened. I think I'm probably gonna have dinner soon, which will just be another meal prep meal with chickpeas, green beans, choco, and Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Nothing different really, fortunately.